Hello everyone and welcome to my astrology channel. In today's video, I will be talking about 2021 astrological prediction for Scorpio rising sign as well as Scorpio sun signs. So let's begin. So for you Scorpio, the year gone by, which is year 2020, the major focus was on communication. Saturn and Jupiter both were in the sign of Capricorn in your third house. Now Saturn is a planet that teaches you to take responsibility, and Jupiter expands that area and gives you opportunity in that area. Now Saturn and Jupiter together were forming this pull and push energy in your house of communication. So there may have been situation arisen where you had to take responsibility of the words you speak and of your thoughts and your communication style. Now, there might have been situation where you had to even bite your tongue so that not to worsen a situation or a scenario where words and communication can affect negatively. So what happened is you developed your power of positive thinking, and you may have intentionally and consciously taken the decision to see people and situation in a different light, to see them differently, and maybe even understand a different perspective during this time. So in 2021, what happens is Saturn and Pluto both move away from your third house. They move into your fourth house. Now it's in the sign of Aquarius in your fourth house and forming a square aspect to your sign. So fourth house is house of your family, of your home, and your emotion as well. So Saturn and Jupiter both over here will form a pull and push kind of energy. So more effort from your side will be required to find balance in this area of your life. Now Saturn and Jupiter both in the fourth house, your focus will be a lot on your internal affairs, in your home affairs, in your family matters, even your emotional, your well-being, your own emotions, and your own nurturing self. That's where a lot of your focus will be. You will want a feeling of security and stability in your home and with the people you live, whether it's your spouse, children, in your home environment basically. So for you Scorpios, what will happen is this area is also getting a kind of overhauled during Saturn's transit, because Saturn's nature is to bring about change, even in difficult scenarios, bring about difficult situations, so that you learn from it and you master it, and then you move forward with more understanding of that experience. Now fourth house with your family and your home environment, you may have the need or feel the desire to lay down your roots, maybe buy a house or move to a new place, or even add a family member to your home environment. So all these themes could possibly happen during this time. So it's very important to reflect on what you truly want. So fourth house is also a house of your emotional well-being, and it's very important during this time, during this transit, to reflect on your feelings. Even, if you want to write it down, your feelings, it can be used in a very productive and positive way in the future. Now Jupiter is also in the fourth house for you, along with Saturn. So both are forming a conjunction in your fourth house. So what could happen during this time is there can be confusion in your family matters, in your home matters. Now Jupiter is squaring your sign from the fourth house as well. So things may seem confusing. So the best advice right now is to remain calm and to stay unruffled and avoid any over the top undertakings during this time. Any decision that you are taking hastily, that could turn into a bad decision later on. So be careful regarding signing contracts and agreements, because you will have a major inclination towards buying houses or laying down your roots, or even moving to a new place or new house. So it's very important, if you have made that decision, make sure you read the agreement, make sure you sign the contract carefully. Also, be careful regarding any expenses, and as a result, any health and well-being related issue during the year 2021, Scorpios. So do take out any home insurance, I would say, if you do go ahead with buying the house, because the possibility of any home damage in future could be handled better if you have an insurance, so that your own personal finances and resources is not affected because of any untoward happenings in the future regarding your home situation, house situation, real estate situation, anything of that sort. So this conjunction will make you even figure out what's working for you and what's not working for you in your family matters during this transit. So once you have fixed any of the issues in your home environment, you will be able to enjoy family life much better, and you will feel more stable than before. So it's very important with Saturn and Jupiter in your 4th house, it's very important to take the responsibility and see things differently, and find a solution as you go, bettering your own well-being and the well-being of people around you, and getting that security, that stability that you're craving for during this time. Now, Saturn in the 4th house is squaring Uranus in the 7th house. So Saturn in the sign of Aquarius is in a happy placement. Saturn is comfortable in Aquarius, but Uranus, on the other hand, is not particularly in a happy situation in the sign of Taurus, because Uranus is all about change. It's about unexpected movement. It's about a revolution, and it's about a transformation even. So in the sign of Taurus, which is a fixed and earthy sign, Taurus is all about being firm and stable, and Uranus is kind of an opposite energy to that. So Saturn squaring Uranus in the year 2021, your focus is your home and family matters during this time, obviously, because you have a major 4th house focus during the year. Now you dedicate more time to these areas of life and need to build a stable and deeper connections with others during this time. So overall, you will be successful in receiving others' support, and any conflicts that has arisen will be ironed out during this time, and all this will be achieved by your own efforts, Scorpios, and your own forward and positive thinking. So keep in mind to see things differently than your own, than the way you usually would see things. Now, Uranus, as I said, is in the sign of Taurus in your 7th house. So from 7th house, it's opposing your sign, Scorpios. Now, what happens with an opposition is that obviously Uranus desires change. It desires radical change. With an opposition aspect, you may rush into a relationship, and you may even rush out of a relationship. So be mindful of that. While obviously rushing in and out doesn't mean it's a bad decision, because at that moment when you're taking that decision, it may seem the perfect decision. But what Uranus is forcing you to do is make changes in your relationship. And the relationship is not just personal relationship. It could also be your business relationship, your other one-to-one interactions with the people around. So all these things gets a reboot, basically. Uranus, basically what it does is any energy that is stuck or is stagnant or is complacent, it brings about some kind of movement in that area, and that's what it's doing in your 7th house, Scorpios. So you may feel the need for greater freedom in a relationship as well. And because of that, you may branch out and travel by yourself independently from your partner or relationship or whatever it is. If it's a business relationship, you may want to branch out and start something differently and move away from partnership. If it's good or not, that you will see in due course. That obviously you need a individual personal reading to find out that. But by and large, the 8 years transit that Uranus has in a sign, and for you in your 7th house in the sign of Taurus from 2018 till 2026, is bringing about a revolution in your relationship. It's bringing about a change and unstucking any restrictive energy that you may have in your relationships, and it's allowing you room for more growth and progress as a result of that radical change. Now, we have two long haul planets, which is Neptune and Pluto. They stay in a sign and in a house for a longer period of time compared to other planets. So Neptune is in the sign of Pisces since 2012 and stays in that sign until 2026. Now, Pisces is your 5th house, Scorpios. During this, the Neptune is an idealistic planet. It gives you idealism, its imagination and creativity, intuition and psychic abilities. So what it is doing to you is giving you all these energy in your 5th house matter. Now, 5th house is all about love. It's self-expression. It's your creativity, personal creativity. So all these, what it's making you, it's totally making you falling in love with the idea of being in love, let's say that. Now, you are immensely idealistic during this time. You're imaginative as well regarding romance and fun and recreation and self-expression and all that. So it's important to be mindful that Neptune can create a blurriness. It has a blurry energy, so it can create an expectation and not meet that expectation. So whatever you are idealizing about, it may fall short of your expectation. Now, you are creative. You're also very creatively inspired during this time and can do extremely well if you pursue these interests. So go ahead and express your creative self, your artistic self, and you will be successful in these matters. Now, having children during this time is also very fulfilling and creatively satisfying, because 5th house also includes children, your offspring. Now, the transit provides a chance to clear any obstacles as well, which is stopping you from your own personal happiness and expressions of yourself. So use this energy, this 2012 to 2026, this energy that it's great time, I would say, to really express yourself whichever way you want. Mostly if you creatively, artistically, use your imagination and use this great energy to express yourself. Now, Pluto is in Capricorn in your 3rd house since 2008, and it stays in there until 2024. Now, 3rd house is a natural Gemini house and is the house of communication. So Pluto is your ruler as well, Scorpio. So you are familiar with this energy, Pluto energy. So what it is doing in the 3rd house, Pluto, since 2008, it's literally making you, I would say, intellectually obsessed, and also your desire for deeper knowledge and your researching abilities is absolutely amazing during this time. So you can go into great depths to bring out the facts and the knowledge. And all this, what it does to you is it really makes you intellectually more mature. So any kind of deep thinking cultivated during this time. I mean, you can use this for networking as well with different people from different walks of life as well, this Pluto energy. And all this will absolutely change your viewpoint and what you were in 2008 compared to what you will be in 2024. There would be a transformation in your thoughts and your communication and your expression and your words, and all the third house matter. Now, North Node and South Node are on your 8th house and 2nd house axis until January 2022. So North Node in the sign of Gemini in your 8th house is 8th house is a natural Scorpio house anyways. So having North Node here, it's a great time for you, Scorpios. Now you are interested in deep and intense connection and also spirituality. So all this is great, but the first step for you is to dig deep within yourself, to find that deeper meaning within yourself. Now, and also to tap into your subconscious and understand yourself better. All this thing will take you on the path for that deep connection that deep spiritual mystical connection that you could have with other people. Now South Node is in Sagittarius in your 2nd house. Now 2nd house is your money house. So Sagittarius here will bring you financial stability during this year 2021. So you will be very comfortable with your position, and you will be building a loving and secure connections with others. Now in a nutshell, I would say Scorpios, 2021, your inner world, family life and domestic activity expands and grows, and any long standing problems that you may have with your family members will all be put behind you definitely during this time. So it is absolutely very good time for you. You will feel supported and stable during the whole of the year. Thanks for watching this video, Scorpios, and have a wonderful year. Thank you.